5 places to visit in Liguria. Liguria, a strip of land between sea and mountains that is characterized by pastel colors. Liguria has a lot to offer, both in naturalistic terms and as regards wonderful villages to discover. Choosing is difficult. Here are some ideas. Le unmissable locations in Liguria, from the 5 lands to Portofino to less-known places such as Tagia. Prepare your suitcase. Liguria is waiting for you. Number 5. Riviera del Palm. Savona, Varas, Noli, Finale, Ligure, Alassio. That stretch of the Ligurian coast. That is part of the Ligurian Riviera of Ponente, and coincides with the coast of the coastal municipalities of province of Savona. Exactly, it extends from east to west, from the mouth of the Arestra stream in the municipality of Varas, to the brow point of Capo Mimosa, in that of Andorra. The area is characterized by wide and sandy beaches, and more frequent rocky stretches in one hilly hinterland. On the coast for about 70 kilometers, the Riviera del Palm presents a great morphological variety. In Andorra there is a very long beach with a slowly sloping seabed, while in Alassio, famous for its famous kisses, the seabed is a few tens of centimeters that penetrates the sea for a long time. A little further on the coast becomes rocky at the Caprazappa promontory, and, in Finale Ligure, the beach is sometimes stony and sometimes sandy, while in Varigati the sand is quite fine, ivory-colored. At Capo Noli it becomes even white. Continuing towards Genoa we arrive at Bergeggi, with immediately deep seabeds, while in Varas here again the ivory tones. The Riviera della Palm is characterized by 2 islands, the island of Bergeggi and the Gallinara Island. Number 4. San Remo, always part of the Riviera dei Fiori, the city of the famous singing festival. It deserves a space of its own. The visit of San Remo starts from its historical heart, so-called La Pigna for the characteristic almond shape, with its typical carugi, and the stairways leading up to the highest part of the city, dominated by the sanctuary of the Madonna della Costa, from which it is possible to enjoy an extraordinary panorama that embraces a large part of the Riviera di Ponente. The heart of the modern center is the elegant Via Mattiati, where high-fashion boutiques and jewelers are the real attractions. At the end of the road, the famous casino and nearby Russian church, both dating back to the early 20th century. Symbol of 19th century San Remo are the splendid Villa Nobel, home of the Swedish scientist of the same name until 1896, and the spectacular ones Botanical Gardens of Villa Ormond. Number 3. Riviera dei Fiori. Imperia, Ventimiglia, Cervo, Bordiera. The wonderful portion of the Ligurian coast, located in province of Imperia, famous for the extremely mild climate, whose beauty was also sung by Eugenio Montale. The entire stretch that goes from is included in the natural park of the Riviera dei Fiori Cape Mimosa, in the municipality of Cervo, up to the mouth of the Rio San Luigi, in Ventimiglia, on the border with France. A fantastic stretch of coast where sea and nature offer unique panoramic views in the world. The coast is characterized by wide, sandy and sometimes rocky beaches, as indeed the rest of Liguria, and by a hilly hinterland. Unmissable is Porto Cervo, a true concentration of unsuspected beauties. The village, perched, dominates the relative stretch of coast, with irresistible beaches, and lapped by a luxuriant nature that cloaks the hills and mountains behind. Do not miss the stately Bordiera, originally a fishing village which in the early 900s became worldly tourist destination. In November Imperia hosts the new oil fair, and in September, every other year, the gatherings of vintage sails and yachts. Ventimiglia is known for the famous Battle of the Flowers, which takes place in June. Number 2. Cinque Terre. The Cinque Terre are a wonderful stretch of coast of the eastern Ligurian Riviera, which the whole world knows and envies us. Monterosso al Mare, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola and Riomaggiore, since 1997. They are part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Each of the 5 localities is characterized by its own characteristics. Vernazza, it is a wonderful town, an ideal starting point for long walks. In fact, it is full of pedestrian paths, including the well-known Blue Path, which connects it to other villages of the Cinque Terre. Monterosso, it is undoubtedly the most touristy, since it offers the largest beach. Riomaggiore and Manarola welcome the visitor as cribs, made up of a cluster of tall and narrow houses, in pastel shades, perched on the mountains. Corniglia finale. It is the most particular of the Cinque Terre. At the top of the hill it can be reached via a long staircase of about 400 steps. It is the only one not to have direct access to the sea, but from viewpoint of Santa Maria, you can enjoy a spectacular view. You can visit the Cinque Terre through a weekend stay, or by taking advantage of one of the many daily tours. Number 1. Genoa. If you want to spend a weekend with children, Genoa is an ideal destination. Here you can visit the fun city of children at the ancient port, a science and technology museum, where play and study come together in 3,000 square meters full of multimedia attractions. But the real must-have is undoubtedly Thegenova's aquarium, where you can admire the largest exhibition of aquatic biodiversity in Europe. Don't forget the priority ticket from Euros 3200 per person. Genoa, however, it will surprise you with its ancient village, one of the best preserved in all of Liguria. To see absolutely, the Cathedral of San Lorenzo, the Ducal Palace and the system of the Palazzi dei Rolli. Genoa is also a destination for gourmands. You can really think of a gastronomic itinerary to do with your children to discover specialties such as Genoese focaccia or pasta with pesto. Subscribe to our channel for more similar videos.